is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Bran. I love Hallmark spring movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark spring movies.
I'm Dan, and I'm here. And this, happy Dingus Day, everybody. This is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast.
Whatever you say, man. It's your life.
You like this jolly podcast.
Well, hello, all you dinguses out
Dingus
there.
Day, y'all.
Now, it's great to be here. Welcome to Deck the Hallmark.
Now, a lot of you are out there thinking, like, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. What is Dingus Day? And then
How
some of
dare
you are thinking,
you sacrilegious.
and then some of you are thinking,
Heathens.
Dingus Day was yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, we're recording it. Just a little peek behind the curtain. We're recording this a day early on Monday, which is Dingus
Officially.
Day.
Yes, it is Dingus Day proper for us.
That's right. The
So-
real deal Dingus Day.
Yeah, because we take it seriously.
RDDDD.
Yes. What is
Real
it?
day.
It is the day after
After
Easter
Easter,
where you
eat
eat
krishiki.
Krishiki.
and then you
Throw
throw
water
on all
on
of the
the
women
willows.
who
No, you
don't
whip them with the
have
willow.
their
They're
Willows.
pea willows on
Pea
deck.
willows.
Quillos.
This
willows.
is a very important holiday that
What
Dan,
is- what is
we've
cru-
celebrated for years.
ever since fan and friend of the show, Kathy, started sending us Krishiki, we've been
So
celebrating.
what is the Krishiki?
It's like a dried, sugary.
Let's see.
Nom nom nom. Yeah.
I love sugar.
Yep. That was tasty.
Very good.
Dingus Day, mofos.
Yeah.
This is serious.
Yum.
Willows and water.
This is what I'll say.
All
of
of
it.
all of our favorite things.
This is what I'll say, everybody.
Say it.
If you missed it
Say
yesterday,
it.
celebrate it today with us.
Celebrate Dingus Day. You can listen. It can always be Dingus Day in your heart.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you be the dingus to the
Be the dingus that
be
you
the
want
dingus
the
you wanna
world
see.
to see.
be the dingus you want to
Yeah,
see.
yeah. The only dingus the world's going to see is the dingus in you and me. Do you know what I mean?
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Couldn't have said it better.
Guys, we had a really nice review.
We got an
from
amazing review.
Funky Fresh Cocoa Puff. It's very long. I will not
like
read
that
all
name.
of it,
Funky
but
Fresh
it was
Cocoa
very
Puff.
kind. But this person, Funky Fresh Cocoa Puff, talked about how they found us like within the past. I discovered this podcast around last Christmas season, and it's a reminder that there are people that are just now finding.
They're
us.
finding us.
And we've done a fun thing recently where we've hopped back into the DTH time machine over the weekend
Some classics.
for some classics, including the our first non-Christmas preview
I need
show.
to check that out.
It's a good time. Also, we posted our republished our episode 1 When Calls the Heart recap. That was a good time.
Sounds like one.
I was pretty high on the show on the pilot, if you can believe it. But anyway,
Can't wait.
We're
What
having
about
fun.
Panda? Where was he?
Panda was high on it.
Well, of course he was.
Yeah, we were both high.
In the chat,
On
you can
it.
watch these episodes completely live and ad-free, obviously. But Whitney says, I'm often lost, but during the Dingus Day conversation, this is on a different planet. We've been pretty consistent with
We've been
Dingus Day
consistent. This is,
celebrations.
I think, year
Four
4
of Dingus Day.
of Dingus Day. So if you've missed the last 3 Tuesdays after Easter, that's on you,
Yes.
not on us.
Yeah,
We've
don't
been consistent.
weird the Dinguses.
Yeah, we're the dinguses. Don't
Dingus
don't
me.
dingus us.
Don't double Dingus.
Don't double dingus. You had a good weekend?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did
What- pretty good.
extra day off?
Tell us about how the paper
Yeah.
is affecting the growth of the
Ooh,
grass.
actually,
some rain?
you know what? We got a lot of rain.
Yep. We
did.
It's funny that picture that I got from my Vive
My
that I shared with you guys.
that.
I took a picture yesterday of the yard and I compared the two, and there's some real growth. So we're doing better. We're doing
doing
pretty
better.
good.
So everybody go
Did you
shred
bring the
your
picture
paper.
or you just were like,
I can show. Yeah, I can show you a
just- you
picture.
doing other things right now?
But I'm just. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be distracted. But
Well,
you
so
know.
we So last week, to catch everybody up to speed,
Very important.
you talked about you've planted some new grass, and then you come home and your wife is shredding all of your bills.
That's
and
right.
putting it out into the
All the important
grass. We didn't know that
documentation.
This was a thing. Apparently, you could do that, and you're saying that it's
So
working.
this was the picture she sent, right? A lot. I know. I turned it way down. Sorry about that.
You worried about your eyes? Or?
No, he's worried about
Yeah.
privacy.
So there's that one, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm
lots
ready.
of spots, and then
Why
yesterday,
Okay. Oh, okay.
very
Oh my
green.
gosh.
See what I'm saying?
Say what you will.
It's really greening up.
How
Yeah, it's
about
greening up.
that?
It's greening
So
up.
shred your bills, current ones, old ones, whatever, and put them in the yard.
Shred your bills.
After, like, next week is tax day, so it's like
Next week's tax day.
What?
file them and then shred it.
Get that
File and shred
or
it.
get that extension in.
Or get, that
Or get the
extension.
extension
It's up
in.
to you. It's up to
We
you.
would never.
That's great. All right, we're talking about a season to blossom today. A season to
My
blossom.
weekend was great, Brand. Thank you for asking.
I didn't share anything about mine either.
Anybody have any steak?
How was
I
your
was
weekend?
mainly interested in his
All right.
grass
Grass,
situation.
I
Fine.
got a slushy machine.
What?
I know.
Like a real deal?
Like a real deal slushy machine.
Cannot if this is real, I cannot tell you how mad I am that I'm just now finding this out.
You got all the flavors and stuff, and you can just.
Just got it. Literally just got it yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
As an Easter gift?
Well, I guess
In your
we-
basket?
No,
It was in your basket?
Saturday.
Oh, my word.
Because you were about
Days
to get
ago.
a lot of grief
Yeah.
from Ryan Papola. Your mom and dad pull up.
No,
I love
no,
the
no,
slushy
no,
machine.
no.
It was too big for the basket.
Yeah, slushy machine. Today I tried a cold brew slush. It was amazing.
Why?
Man.
Why?
Why?
Why did you get a slushy machine?
So every year when we open our pool,
Yeah.
I pick out something that I want to make the pool more functional because I take care of the pool, and my wife picks out something for the pool that she wants.
Sure.
And she was like, "I want a slush machine." I was like, "This is a dumb idea." And she was like, "I really want to. I think this is."
Do you have a picture of the
move.
slushy machine?
I can show you.
How big is this?
It's 96 ounces. It's a big boy.
96 ounces.
Let's see.
How many feet
Now,
is
did
that?
you pull the trigger on the water skimmer that you were taking a gander
I
at?
did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know about that.
You know about that?
I don't know
Yes.
about-
Now you know
Slushy
where you
machine.
stand.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, one of those boys.
How
Well,
hard
that's
is
a
that-
big boy.
How hard is
Yeah,
that to
yeah.
clean?
Easy.
You put
3
it-
parts. Take them all out. They're dishwasher safe. Bam.
Pulling it in, though, right? Needs an outlet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Plug it in. That's right.
Lots
Yeah,
of ice,
it needs
though.
an outlet.
Well, it might be
That's right.
battery powered for portability, solar. I don't know what they're doing.
You guys have a little bit of a slushy machine.
We do. It's like
just
a
ice. And you just
yeah. It's a
more of
manual
snow cone. It's more
Really?
of a
Yeah.
snow
You crush
cone.
the ice
That's
manually.
not a slushy machine.
No, it's more of a snow cone.
So
That's
this
Brandon
is you
said.
can't put ice in it at all.
What do you put?
You put just liquid in, and it turns the sugar into the ice, and it freezes it all. It's unbelievable.
Man.
You can't put any ice in it.
What happens if you do?
It will mess it up real bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
No,
for-
you're
Yeah, of
doing
course.
it. Yeah, April Fool's over.
Yeah,
but
you can't do any. It can't be ice. It's got to be just sugar or something that's like sugar.
What about urine?
What about it?
Just
it's
out
not
of
ice.
curiosity.
It's not ice.
I don't know, man. I got to be honest. It hasn't crossed my mind a single
So
time.
it took-
Oh, urine
Took all
slushy.
of 3 minutes.
You were
for
in
me.
on it. Okay.
break
I
the
just
machine.
wonder.
You're just thinking. Just thinking out loud.
All right, a season to blossom.
You can do allulose, Beth Ann McGraw
What's
Smith.
that?
It's sugar free. She said you can't do sugar free. You can't put like a diet. You can literally pour a Coke in there to make a Coke slushy, but you can't pour a
Not a
diet
diet.
Coke in there. You have to add allulose, which
okay.
is the 0-calorie sugar that still slushes like sugar.
Sounds like Christian on Survivor over here with these big words.
Coke Zero.
No, that's still aspartame. That
I
would
didn't
not do
know.
it.
I
No,
didn't
no, no.
know. I
But
didn't know.
if you just literally put whatever flavor of soda you want, if you poured root beer in there, it would make a root beer slush. If you put root beer and some like heavy cream in it, would make a root beer float. Like it would just make one. Wow. It's amazing. Amazing. I can't tell you. My wife's the one that wanted it.
Alcohol?
Oh yeah, we did margaritas
Marks?
immediately.
Marks,
yeah. But
Margo.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was the one who was like, this is a dumb thing. And then I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I'm obsessed. It's
Okay,
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy Easter, everybody.
Okay, a season to blossom. We're going to find out if this movie blossomed into a good one. It originally aired on April 4th, 2025, and it went a little something like this. So Max is in the apple cider business. Well, he's in the apple business, but he really wants to do ciders. He's very passionate about cider, and he wants that business to expand.
blossom?
He's considering
Blossom, you think?
blossom, if you will. And his dad says it's a bad idea. We need all of the extra apples. We need to freeze them.
For the vendors, you made
gotta use
promises.
it, yes.
You can't take that
So
chance.
The big news in town, though, is that the bookstore is up for sale. So, yay for that. We meet Elise. Elise kills plants, and her temp contract is expiring, but her
it sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, promote.
Yeah,
full time.
Well, that's not guaranteed, but her boss does want to bring her on permanently. Yes. But that's not her passion. She's an aspiring author, but she accepts the position anyways. It's time for her to move on. She just needs a few weeks first to go back home and to finalize the sale of her grandma's bookstore. Oh! It's her family bookstore they were talking about at the beginning of this movie. Wow. When she gets to the store, she is shocked to find that there is one worker still working there, a girl named Molly, and a neighborhood cat. She goes around town drinking some cider and ends up spilling all of it over on Max, who's walking by. They clearly know each other. They have a past, but she can't stick around long. She has to get ready for the Blooms and Books event that her grandma threw every year, and the town is very passionate about this, except she knows nothing about the Blooms. She does know a lot about the books, but not the Blooms. So Max comes over and offers to help because he knows about Blooms, but he really wants to help make sure there's writing involved. Hey, get back out there, write our story, write stuff, okay? She's reluctant to say yes to any sort of writing because she's never written anything successful in her life. But she ends up saying yes, which leads to them hanging out, sparks beginning to fly, and they play on a tire swing. All normal adult stuff. As they get closer, he tells her that he wants to read her manuscript that she's been working on. Bad news, though. There's folks that want to buy the bookstore, but they want to gut it, build condos.
Oh, no.
Elise is not thrilled by this and asks the real estate agent to ask them to reconsider that and also just like field some more offers. Elise is making cider with Max, and he pitches her staying in town to run the store herself, write the book she wants to write, be the woman you want to be. He doesn't understand why she'd want to leave. It's a whole thing. Bad news, everybody. A storm is coming. But Sunday's coming too, amen?
Amen.
And this could mess up.
64 days.
Yeah. Well, the good news, Dan, about the recent Sunday is it's all.
That's your spinoff podcast, though, Easter morning, right? You're going to do a whole thing. This the whole thing. You go to
Pop.
You go to Golgotha.
Yeah, 100%.
You do live from Golgotha.
The tomb's still empty.
That's right. So over to Lazarus with the news.
Terrible sound quality in there.
I promise I've got good news coming. Oh, God. That's okay. It's okay. I like it. I'm thinking as the wheels are turning.
Wheels are turning.
That's right.
Wheels are turning.
Dollar signs.
So bad news. A storm is coming. This could mess up.
Sunday's coming.
This could mess up everything.
Oh, no.
It wipes out all of Max's apple blossoms. This could mean no festival, no cider, no nothing. She encourages him to use the emergency apples that his dad has set aside. And his dad finally gives in. He's like, you know what? You've worn me down. Do whatever you want to. Ruin the business. I don't know. Whatever you want to do is fine. Yay, it works. He makes the special cider.
Brains locked in, everybody.
Made the special cider. She ends up deciding that she's going to stay and she's going to live out her dream. And they kiss. And then 1 year later, her book is published. And they are a happy couple. And that, my friends, was
A Season to Blossom.
Or bloom if your brand doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They didn't know that. I fixed it ahead of time.
I'm sorry.
And now you just...
Oh, now I've embarrassed you. I'm sorry, buddy.
I don't even want to be here anymore.
Brandon didn't know the name of this movie. We did it.
I messed up Blossom.
One
and I said
You're like,
Bloom.
it's a season to bloom, right?
He does it one time.
Yeah, that's
The Blooms. The Blooms.
Oh, man.
They didn't want people to think it was a pirate movie. That's why they changed
Is that what it
it.
was?
Yeah. A season for the Blooms?
You got all the insight.
Orlando Bloom movies are pirate
Yeah.
movies? Is
Oh,
that what you're
that's
saying?
interesting.
Yeah.
Bloom Bundays. Okay, let's take a break. We'll come in instead of like.
Please.
I got it. No. I got my Fast Friday shirt on.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
you
did
do.
totally on purpose and I didn't think it was a different black shirt. And then I put it on and realized
Whoops.
when you hear your
happens.
family, you know
Gone
what
too
I mean?
far.
Yep.
We're taking a break. We're going to come back. We're going to get with a hot take here on Take
Take
the
the
Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking about a season to blossom today. Very excited to dive into this one. We're going to start with the
Hot
You
take.
got it, man. You got it.
He's gonna sneeze.
take. Hot 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 take.
Take it.
Let's start with you,
Yeah.
Bry Guys, where we share our thoughts on this movie. We do not hold back. What you think?
Not bad, actually, for me. I did not mind this one as much as I expected to mind this one.
If you're the walking melatonin, this does feel like an energy boost, doesn't it? Dear God.
Injection. I expected to be beaten over the head with typical Easter movie stuff, and instead we were beaten over the head with
Jesus?
yeah, like
Okay.
scriptures
Beaten over the head.
and like just constantly like
You
referencing.
thought this was a faith-based movie.
I was
never
afraid.
know.
I was afraid it was going to be because typically,
In the spirit of the resurrection.
Yeah, you know,
mean,
there's
you've heard
always
of
a
it.
risk of that.
Yeah.
But instead, they just beat us over the head with silver lining and positivity and boosting up morale. And I don't know, they beat me into submission because I didn't mind it after a while, and I was like, yeah, these guys are fine. And I didn't think it was half bad. So there was
A
some
rave from Brian.
there was some weird stuff that happened in this movie, but I kind of like laughed it off and was not annoyed by it, which, like if you're not having a fine time, you're getting more annoyed. With me, I wasn't really getting annoyed, so I didn't mind it as much as I expected to. So not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's the spirit. Yeah. It's fine. This is classic Hallmark, beat by beat. I thought the two leads were swell together. I am foggy. I'll be honest with you. I'm foggy on apple blossom, like the apple blossoms, the
Storm?
petals, the storms, and
And then they boil the petals
boil the petals
to make a cider, a
cider.
second chance
But
cider.
then there's also the other,
the
but then
other
there's
apples,
other
they have to use.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there was a little bit of like, I honestly, I don't know
Yeah.
really what's going on with the business side of it. But sometimes it's just nice to go home, which she did, and to find out that
Who says you can't go home,
that
you know
you
what I mean?
want to
Bon Jovi
stay
said
in
it.
town and that you want to do this thing. So yeah, this was nice. This is not reinventing the wheel. It's not great. It's probably not good, but I did enjoy myself. Dano?
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in this movie. Like a lot of conflict happening in this movie. There's a whole thing about writing. There's a storm that ruins a crop of apples. There's a dead grandma that's leaving letters and narrating them from the grave. Yeah. There are plants and Carlo Marks explaining them. There are bookstores to sell for condo development. There's a festival.
Yeah.
There's an apple festival. There's cider talk for days. And all of that stuff. And I still lost the battle of paying attention. I tried. Like the two leads are not nearly as bad as I was thinking they were going
There
to
you
be.
go.
Yeah. Dan liked the leads.
There you go.
But
That's what I wanted to hear.
literally by a half an hour in, I kept trying to lock in. And I watched this 2 coffees deep at like 10 in the morning. I was locked.
How many slushies deep though?
No slushes. Hadn't broken that out for the
you
day yet.
considered it.
I had. I
Always on the table.
I legitimately couldn't get myself to pay attention. It was so boring and so incredibly mindless. And I am foggy on all of it. Like it was like being in like high school class. I would literally like pop my head up and be like, all right, what was going on? I missed the last 3 to 5 minutes. And I'd lock in and it would I felt like they were just throwing those words against a wall. They were just like, the storm's going to come. And have you tried this cider? The notes of this cider, or the bookstore is going to be sold. The festival might be. And I would just be like, and then my brain would turn to mush and I would be gone again. So on a boredom scale, this is like a 10 of 10 boredom. Like this is the worst in that respect. The two leads are very pleasant, but I had nothing. There was so much they were trying to get me to care about, and I, for the life of me, cared about none of it. It was so boring. So it wasn't actively bad.
Okay.
Like some of the others, like I believe, The Ranch and then last week's movie, but it wasn't good. It was just really boring.
Which one do you like more, this one or 2 for Tea?
2 for Tea.
Okay.
Better movie. For sure.
I only ask because it's another one of those movies where it's just like the two people, they just kind of like each other. There's
Yeah.
not really a harsh conflict here aside from, hey, you should stay, and her being like,
the 2 for T is terrible. It's way worse when they're doing the community center stuff. It's way better when they're not. And so that movie's kind of split into two.
Okay.
Outside of the community center, that movie is so much better than this. In the community center, it's worse.
Yeah, especially when the dim sum. You love the dim sum.
I love real dim sum.
Right, you loved it.
Pan-fried pot stickers,
was really
dim sum is not. I did not love that. We didn't even bring that up on that podcast.
Did we not?
No.
How about that?
Yeah, but you brought it up now.
Well, that's payback for earlier with the bloom and the blossom.
I felt like maybe me complaining about a very specific Chinese delicacy wasn't on the table.
Well.
So I didn't do it.
Yeah, well, I did for you.
There
You're
we go.
welcome.
Here we go.
You owe me a slushie. Let's get to all the feels we were talking about.
Add it to a step.
Let's get to all the feels we were talking about when this movie gave us feels. Right, guy?
Yeah, the one of my I have two quick feels. One of them is borderline a wait what, but I'll mention it here because it was a feeling that I had, and it was that tire swing scene that felt like it was going to go somewhere like nostalgic, and it just was like a house of mirrors.
The biggest nothing burger.
I thought it was such a weird scene.
It was
One
like
in the
a house
world.
of mirrors, like
two adults playing on a tire swing in slow motion.
slow motion with weird
I
sounds
think
echoing.
they just
and
slowed the. I don't know if it was slow motion.
You don't think so? It felt like
it was like
slow motion.
fading into other shots of
Yeah.
them swinging, and like there was echoey laughing. I'm like, they're gonna flash back to when they were kids, right?
This very much like reeks of the writer had this whole thing.
Yeah, and they had
I'm prepping for the Hallmark movie drafts, Tracy and Dream draft, and she wrote Switch for Christmas. And in my head, I remembered the whole Tom Kender fiasco when it's like, you know, there was this whole flashback, and then they just scrap it, and so it doesn't make any sense. This probably had a big flashback in it that was very important and very meaningful.
Yeah.
And then Hallmark was like, "We don't have time for this. We have 83 minutes. Yeah, just make it look weird."
They made it weird. They made it weird.
Weird as possible, everybody.
But the quote from her grandma about courage actually worked for me, where she was basically like, "It's a whisper that says try anyway," and again and again and again. I was like, that's a nice little
Nothing
encouraging
about
message.
the grandma worked for me. Is it not weird to you guys? This isn't a wait what. Maybe it's me. I want to know honest opinion. Is it not weird to have letters? If you have Nikki DeLoach, Lord knows she's lost every dead relative imaginable in a Hallmark movie. When she has a video or a tape recorder, I'm totally fine with the dead speaking. It's weird to me when your grandma leaves you letters and they read it in dead grandma's voice being alive. Yeah. Like, I immediately was just like...
I didn't think anything of it.
Really? No, it immediately took me out of it. This is one of the few things that I like.
I think for some reason I thought that it was her reading.
She reads it and it switches. It's like the last sentence or the first sentence will be grandma.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
Which is very weird.
Yeah, that's fun. Well, in the words of Shakira from Zootopia, try anything.
Turn the floor into a zoo. Oh, my bad.
Try anything.
You sound
Really
just like
good,
Shakira.
man.
Thank you. Shakira.
That's Shakira as a Muppet.
I love fresh apple cider, alcoholic or otherwise, from a apple orchard.
Sure, yeah, I know the kind.
I love it. I'm ready for it now. You know, I
love
don't
it. I love it.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't really think about it for spring. I think about it for fall because I guess 100% where we live.
It's not a spring thing.
No. Okay, well, it is here.
No, it's a fall thing here.
Right. I'm just saying. No, it is.
It
here.
is hard.
And
I got you.
It made me want apple. I don't have any left from in my fridge. I didn't. No.
You could make some, if you just squeeze them all.
Maybe I could go to your
use my
snow cone machine.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Could try.
And then I'll put that juice
into the slush.
slushy machine.
Oh,
Good to go.
man, an apple slush is really good.
Yeah, I bet that hit.
All
right.
All right, Dan.
Do we need a break?
I don't know, Dan. You tell me.
We are ready for a break.
Okay. We're right back here on
Thank
the
the
Hallmark.
Hey, everybody.
Let's keep it up.
Oh, we're gonna keep going.
And there we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Season to Blossom is what we're talking about today. Spring.
Christmas cousins flashback right there.
Season did you listen to the trial?
Dude, the best Christmas cousin episode I think I've ever heard. Phenomenal. That was it was
Guys,
phenomenal.
if you haven't heard, Dan and I were honored.
We were honored
to be your honor.
Yeah.
That's right.
On
Your honor.
the Christmas Cousins podcast this past
Incredible
week.
It was a
radio.
trial of the century.
Yes.
Which
to
when
see
I
if
found
cousin
out,
Seth would graduate from Jolly Junior to Santa Senior.
yes,
And,
or get remediated all the way back to kindergarten.
That was on the
table.
that
The
was
docket,
It
if
was
you
on
will.
the docket. Yes.
So we took it very seriously.
did.
We heard a lot of shocking things.
You can watch it on YouTube. We were in our robes and wigs.
Yes.
I don't listen to podcasts at the gym. I couldn't turn this off, and I had to stop on the treadmill multiple times because I was just laughing. And not even embarrassed. Like, I would usually be embarrassed. But like, this people are looking at me. I didn't
you
even
just
care.
point. You just
All
go,
the
I
time.
couldn't
like
even
that.
believe how great. When Seth has his say, just why didn't you just plead the fifth? Like, just
Yeah,
don't say anything,
talk.
man. That's
Don't
what
talk.
it's for.
Yeah. That's why it's there.
My favorite was him trying to describe his Christmas tree.
Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, they sent it to me.
Chad sent it
Chad
to
sent it
Did a
over.
pretty good job describing it.
Yeah, all things considered, it was as bad as it sounded. Yeah.
I told him, like, I'm not even going to say it. You
Yeah.
got go listen to the episode.
It's great. It's
It's
great.
phenomenal.
It's great.
Good times.
All right. It's time for the
Anyway.
Wait Was, where we talk about what in this movie is going. What? I'll start with you, Bright Guy.
Yeah, I got a few. First thing, 5 years to finish a draft of a book, manuscript. Okay. Okay.
You think
5 years.
think-
I couldn't. First of all, like, you can't give yourself that much time for anything. Like, you need a deadline, a demanding one, and an unachievable one. Probably that's what you need.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5 years is a joke. You're never doing that.
What about like 1 month?
A month is a decent starting point. Like, you gotta, like, come on, let's be realistic. That was so unrealistic.
I would challenge anybody to go and check out Oh Christmas Tree. I know it's not the holiday season, but go
Shout
check
out.
it out.
It will be
and then
soon.
just guess how long.
Yeah,
it took.
guess
yeah,
how long?
send it
Between 1 month and
And
5
5
years.
years.
send us
How
a
long?
contract. And it wasn't lost to me that when she mentioned her friend Tess, who was the very successful author, she said that Tess's career actually took off when Elise backed off a little bit from their writing partnership. And so, I don't know, just maybe like reflect on that a little
Oh,
bit.
no.
The manuscript that she had was so funny because the cover, she found it obviously in her dead grandmother's desk.
Right.
That's where she keeps her printed out manuscript. On the bottom of it, it said approximately 54,000 words. If you're writing a manuscript, you know down to the single word how many you have written. Approximately 54,000 words.
Most word processing,
They
just give you an estimate.
Just an
They're like,
estimate.
it's around.
They feel it out.
You get it. It's give or take.
Approximate. Like, I knew every day how
Yeah.
long Old Christmas Tree was.
Yeah.
So that was just a fun one. And the last one, I'll stop on this because it was just crazy to me. They had a book club like every other day.
A lot of book
Who
club.
has time to read? That was, I think, 3 book clubs, and she was there maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You can't have a book club every week, right? That's crazy.
That's a lot of book club.
Yeah.
You got to give some time for the reading.
Yeah, and also it was also like a come up and read your poetry, come up and discuss whatever you want to talk about. Like, it was a very loose book club. Maybe that's how they get away with it. Like, if you haven't read the book, just bring like some updates. You
Yeah,
want
with
to talk
some book clubs, that's the point, right? I've
Just a
never
hang.
been a part of a book club.
Yeah.
Brain, you ever been
Yeah,
No, believe it or not, Dan, no
What?
one's asking us.
That's crazy.
we'd be great.
I've
additions.
not gotten a single invite.
Maybe
Do you
they will
want
now.
one?
Probably not.
Oh man,
No.
no.
I mean, the books part clubs that you would be part of is like
Yeah.
really serious.
I
stuff.
actually used to be a part of something akin to a book club, but it wasn't just books.
Akin means
Some-
like
a
sort of
different-
like.
Yeah, some person got to choose something that we had to like. It could be anything from like a
Okay.
long form article to a journal entry to a book to an excerpt to whatever
To drugs.
and then we would all get together
do
and
1 month
talk about
hard
it.
cocaine.
Yes,
Everybody
one
get back.
of them was hard cocaine, and if you listen,
You can
to
pick it
the
up.
February episodes from 2023, I think you'll find
Sneaky.
that Brand was in the club.
Yeah, I did go that month.
for the book
Piqued
club.
my interest.
For a
Yes.
book club, everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
For the book
It was
club.
research.
Anything else?
Yeah, but I'll stop there because there's
stop
just
there.
so much.
She's gonna stop there.
I love she's in the boss's office early in this movie, and she's like, I gotta go back home for the Apple Blossom Festival.
Yeah.
And he's like, Apple Blossom, and she goes, yeah, cherry blossoms have really cornered the market,
Dude,
on this.
what a weird line.
And I'm like, honestly, I hadn't even thought of it. When you say Apple Blossom, it didn't even cross my mind cherry blossom, but then you did, and then I'm like, well, I don't even really know what a cherry blossom. I went through a whole thing. So that's where
I had to. Her bringing up that cherry blossoms get so much more play made me wrestle with my
what do
thoughts.
I even know? What do I know?
I went down a whole.
What do I know about any of this?
That whole scene, I have a that might not make sense from that scene because I came back for the end of that scene because I started going down the whole thing of like. I mean, I guess I have only ever heard cherry blossom. I don't really know what that is. Why do people say apple blossom if it's just apples? They could say the apple festival. That's what we have here. It's just the apple festival.
Know.
And then I was like, maybe cherry blossoms are just a bigger part of the. And then I was like, oh man, there's a movie going on.
What is the difference? What is the difference between cherries and cherry blossoms? What is the difference between apple and apple blossoms? Like the things that they lose. At the end with the storm,
apple blossoms.
Here we go.
Wait for it. It's a white and apple blossom is a white and pink flower that blooms in spring.
So that's what they lost
as the precursor to the fruit. It happens before the fruit.
Yeah. So they lost all the petals. Yeah. And that then potentially means that the apples won't bloom.
I don't know, man. Sure.
That's what they were saying.
Great.
So the apple. So what's cherry blossom then?
I
would assume it's the same thing, right?
The cherries blossom on those trees?
I don't know.
I feel like they
wouldn't. There's so much I don't know about this world. And yet
cherry tree. Do? Yes, cherry blossoms.
Okay.
So much I don't know about the world, and yet we're going to the moon.
Cherry blossoms are ornamental cultivars developed for spectacular, dense flower displays, typically producing little to no fruits. They have nothing to do with the cherry blossom.
Right. I like when they describe they're spectacular. Yeah. You're gonna want to see it.
Listen, if you miss out on the cherry blossoms,
and then also in that same thing, it is a bold move to be like, hey, I know I was temp. I know that you're offering me a job. I am going to need a month off.
Yes. Yes.
And he takes it great.
He does.
And in his defense, I guess the alternative was, well, now we got to find another temp. We got to get that temp up to speed. I don't know.
Originally, or was that your last one?
I have one more.
Okay, go ahead. Well, I'll piggyback on that one, then I'll just do two more after that. After your next. It doesn't matter. Originally,
this is the apple blossom.
Originally, in my head, he said, do you want this job? And she said no.
Right.
And then they keep talking, and then she's like, all right, yeah, I'll let you know in a month.
Talk me into it.
And it was like, he gives 3 sentences about finding a spot, and she goes from a hard no to, I guess in a month, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's a very quick turnaround for someone that seems so sure they were not wanting to work there.
Yeah.
That's a big, what a sales job by that guy.
What a sales job.
Milo Shandell, everybody.
Our guy Milo.
Yes, friend of the pod, Milo Shandell.
Maybe we'll come back up at the time machine. So my last one is this. Do you guys want to know why this bookstore I don't think is crushing it as a bookstore?
I don't know.
It is because of how little books they have.
That's one of my other ones.
In the opening scene, when she walks in there, there's 4 shelves behind them with no books. The shelves just have different various baskets. Guys, any bookstore I've ever been to, it's overwhelming how many books are. All of the walls. If I go into a bookstore and the walls are not cover to cover book, then what am I even doing there? The amount of just non-books they had on these shelves, crazy. That's why this bookstore's not making it, and I don't think it will unless they get their stuff together.
Unprepared to film bookstore.
Clearly.
Unprepared to film bookstore and didn't know how to CGI it. It was a mess because that was a big one of mine. I was like, what's going on here? I only have 2 other small ones.
Okay.
The first one is, what is Carlo Marks trying to do one-handed with his shirt unbuttoned while having the phone with his other hand?
Just play with buttons.
I don't he doesn't have, we get a shirtless Carlo Marks. Yep. Good on you, Carlo. You. He picks up the phone and decides later he does the ear thing because he still has a landline. He could put it on, could he put it on speaker?
100%.
100%. But in between this number with 2 hands and buttoning, he puts his shirt on, and I guess Hallmark has a number of seconds you can be shirtless because he just clasps it together and holds it together while he's talking like someone's watching and he wants to remain modest. That is what it looks like in this. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
It's kind of like in a movie where they don't show you what happens in the bed, and the next morning the female holds the blanket up.
That's right. She holds the blanket up over like this.
Even though they've they know.
Everyone that should be in that scene knows.
They know.
Yeah.
But they've decided we're keeping
Carlos
our
is
PG-13.
like, no, they don't
We
know.
don't have to.
Carlos
they want to
is
keep
like,
their
nah.
they want to keep their G, and so we gotta.
Yeah. So then he does this,
Wrap
and
it
then he
up.
buttons the shirt, and he leaves, and then the next scene he's not wearing the shirt.
He couldn't get a button. He's like, forget this shirt.
He's like, man, I tried to be modest with this, but I'm just too ripped.
I can't.
And then lastly, this is bar none one of the weirdest reactions to a family watching two people kiss I've ever seen in my life. You should go back.
Okay.
But dad hits the girl like this and goes,
You see this?
ooh, ooh, you see this? You see that? Ooh.
Did I see tongue?
What? That's my boy right there. That's my boy. What in the world, guys?
Oh, man.
Everyone in here's a grown up. Please help me. That's all I got.
Help me.
Help you. That's right.
Let's do this. Let's get to the what the Hallmark story. Wonder what could have been. Maybe happy because declared question stuff. What are we still wondering about, Brad Guy?
Sure. Oh, real quick, I just thought of something. You remember the scene in that movie where it's like, yeah, it's December 7th. You don't have a tree. and it just went on forever.
I do remember the December 7th scene,
Of course.
Brian. Yes.
In this movie, there was something similar where it was like, I was going to get coffee. The coffee's great. Do you want a coffee? Let's go get a coffee. And they said, let's get a coffee like 11 times.
Man, I missed that. That must have been in
And
my
I think
zone out.
it was almost like the director's like, yeah, we're going to fade to commercial. Just keep talking about coffee. It was like, I'll give you some
I'll
money.
give you some money now.
I'll give you some money.
That's right.
The coffee's great. I love the coffee. So
love
that
it.
just had, it was so great. Okay, so my what the Hallmark is this is sort of like their own fault, okay? That things went wrong at the farm. They knew a storm was coming.
They have the Doppler. That was going to be a wait, what am I? But I saved it. You go ahead.
100%.
We don't know if they have a Doppler. In this town, we don't know if they have the Doppler.
They put their
have
finger in the
internet.
air.
We take for granted our Doppler.
That's true.
It's
We
the
got a
Doppler
pretty big
connection.
dollar.
WYFF Doppler, we
but
take it for granted.
The weather, they have an app.
I
They
mean,
have the
they're
internet.
farmers. Like
They're
they have
farmers.
to know about the weather. The dad says it might. We need to stake the trees. We need to clear the drainage
Drain the
ditch.
swamp, yeah.
And then Carl's like, yeah, but this valve is gonna go. It finally went. It finally happened. So they both have things they know need to be done
That's exactly
in this
right.
scenario,
You get
and they
it.
have done none of it.
They've done none of it.
It's their own fault. I had no
Yeah.
sympathy.
Yeah. The next day when he was like, it's my fault. This is all my fault.
100%.
I was just like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, Carlo.
Like nobody.
This is not an act of God.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
All
you
this.
did nothing.
This is the most predictable stuff. Have an extra valve. Clear the drainage ditch all the time. Like, what are you doing? So I was just like, this is so. Why would you let that happen? Get to that point.
My big question is that cider that he made, thanks in part to the blossoms, washing them and whatnot, and the rejuvenation of cider or whatever
Yes.
they called it. Like, does that
Second chance cider.
what is second chance cider? What does blossom cider taste like? Like, how is it? Can you tell it? Like, is it a very different flavor than a traditional apple cider? That's the question that I have, and I don't know how to find the answer to it. I don't know where to find blossom cider.
You could Google it, but I don't think, it doesn't, we don't know. There's
We'll
no way
never know.
Google might be wrong.
There's no way.
You don't have any way. It's like them in the storm. Mine with the storm was, it seems as though the only part of this town affected by the storm was the apple orchard.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like everything else is fine and moving along as planned. Was this a very localized storm that was massive? It seemed to
Well, they
be-
didn't stake the orchard. They
So,
didn't clear the
like,
drain.
If you run a farm, you know about frosts and you know about inclement weather.
Yeah.
Like that's your livelihood. Like our local weatherman, Chris Justice, who gets a lot of play here on Deck the Hallmark, anytime there might be a frost after February, he lets you know because farmers, that's their livelihood, and a late frost for peach season is deadly. So they know about frost, they know about inclement weather. They talked about this storm like it is a real big one. The rest of the town is fine. You don't see any indication that the rest of the town experienced anything like a storm. So I don't know how to marry those two things together. And I would love for somebody to make it make sense for me.
Marry me.
Oh, okay, train. Today and every day.
We did, everybody. Congratulations
did.
to us. It's time for Double Decker of the Week, is where we dive deep into a life of a double decker. Someone who signed up for Bramble Jam Plus at bramblejamplus.com. Brian, you do the deep dive into
sure
their
do.
lives. They get
Yeah.
all sorts of goodies.
Yeah.
my
But
goodies.
none more important than you kind of airing out their dirty laundry. Dan, who do we have today?
Linda Sheeks.
Yeah.
Linda
Yeah.
Sheeks.
Linda out there doing something that has needed to be done for a long time, frankly, and it's disrupting the home service industry with a.
It's disrupting the home service industry.
With she's got a new platform where people can put their services, and so it's kind of like a new, kind of attacking the home services industry in a way that hasn't really been done before.
I got to be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Like it's tech. It's
It's a platform
tough.
for home services.
Yeah, so like you have a service and you want to provide it and have people be able to find
Like
you.
TaskRabbit?
Yeah, but better than that.
Okay.
Like they have. Her angle here is basically hitting you where you're gonna really lean into it, which is nostalgia. And she feels like this hasn't been done before with.
Nostalgia and home servicing?
Yeah, like you
Nostalgia installer?
nostalgia install. No, that's pretty good though. But like you want to when you're looking for services, you want to like connect with somebody you're going to hire, and her angle is, hey, we're going to really lean into the nostalgia.
Okay.
So to get on our platform,
What's
you have to like strike a chord with the people
So
who are
it's like
looking.
people that like look like John Stamos. They'll come over and like
No,
hang
like
up a
mostly it's
TV?
in the name. Like it's like, for example, Here Comes the Broom, and that's one of the cleaning services.
And it's like a POD cover band?
yeah, it's like really like related to music of the 90s
Okay.
and 2000s.
What's the name of this particular
Well, it's
organization?
just it's TRL. It's just total home services where you live. So it's just really getting to the heart of.
Did you?
What's the artist?
What's the R stand for? Rome Services?
No, it's TRL is total remodeling and repair. Where you live is what that is. So, or request. I guess you could go with request on this one. You could totally request home services where you live.
Live.
Where you live.
Yeah, I want to be very clear, Brian. None of what you said is TRL. Do you know that? Is this an ABC
some of
situation?
the words are small.
Total
and some are
request
big.
of a
So,
home
like,
service
where you
Total
live.
request
Live.
services where you live, and the where you is small, and totally request is big.
What are some other
So like
companies that you
Stone Temple Pilot Light Service will come in just very niche, very niche. One that's really new is the fly leaf and branch cleanup,
Yeah.
and they'll come on out fly leaf and branch
Yeah,
cleanup.
of course.
All manner of yard service. So, and if you're having trouble sleeping, No Sleep Till Brooklyn sleep consultants
Yeah,
come out.
of course.
and visit the home.
Yeah.
That's
Is there
a
any
good one.
pests like a soul fly?
So
Fly away.
No,
Yeah,
that's a
so
good.
fly
They
away.
should get on there. They
Maybe.
should get on there.
Is this
man.
just for houses that are using the service, or it could be up to like 3 doors down?
That's a great point. You could call for 3 doors down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What if you're well? Is it only for your home? Like, what if you're on vacation? You need like a Britney Spearfisher to come out and help you.
This
like,
is a segment that I don't know if she's even explored yet, but that's pretty.
You're on vacation.
yeah,
Yeah, and
On,
you
like
wanna-
on the lake.
Yeah.
And you need a Britney Spearfisher
That's
to come out.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
All right,
What
we
if
did
you
it. I don't.
you want some candy for your popcorn, and so you need some M&Ms?
Yeah. There you go.
dude. You guys are getting it.
I
Yeah,
love that.
we
It's gonna
understand.
take off. I love that it
Yeah.
could have just been Eminem.
I wasn't sure.
No,
Different
no.
service.
M&Ms.
I didn't think this would hit,
M&Ms
but-
still do it.
I got to be honest. I love all of the companies that you can find on TRL. I still don't understand what the heck TRL is, but
Very foggy on
great,
the name.
love
yes.
it. We did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. We're gonna be back tomorrow with another episode. Come on back for that. Until then, maybe until then,
When
until then, maybe it's first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray and that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, go to deckthehallmark.com.
Okay.
The socials at Deck the Hallmark. Leave us a very nice, like the other person, 5-star
Yeah,
rating and
Cocoa
review
Puffs.
on Apple Podcasts. Help others find the pod and find the best corner of the internet with ad-free podcasting, live video watch-alongs, movie chats, and so much more. BrambleJamPlus.com.